Right. Whack it!
Well, you know, I might have some sad news for you guys because 25th of June there's a job vacancy coming available, and I've sent my CV and I've applied, and I'm just waiting to hear.
25th of June?
Yeah, 25th of June.
What's happening on the 25th of June?
Prime Minister of England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
going to break my heart.
I've sent my CV. I've put you down as a reference, Jim.
Oh, thanks. I can't wait for the call.
Yeah.
So Tony Blair, he's been in power for 13 years, only got a couple of weeks left. And you know, I had my few sources that got in touch, and I managed to phone him, and he was graceful enough to give us an interview.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you see what I bring to the show?
Yeah,
Wow.
okay.
The head of state, the head of the UK.
Blair, Blair, Blair.
A very nice man, and as I said, he gave us about 3 minutes of his time.
Oh, really?
For an interview,
Okay,
yes.
this I've got to hear.
Yeah. Tony, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me in your no longer busy schedule.
Thank you very much for that.
Tony, while you were the Prime Minister of the UK, what would you say were your greatest achievements?
The highest unemployment and lowest employment rate of any of our competitors for the first time since the 1950s. The biggest increases in poverty. Interest rates double today. Homes repossessed. This is a country in decline.
Looks like it.
The British people are the people on the way down.
Well, your Labour Party are still in power until the next election. Do you think that they are capable of still running the country?
Labour can't run the economy. There'll be a run on the market. That Labour can't defend Britain or won't support the police.
Now, if Gordon Brown becomes the next Prime Minister, what do you think are the 5 things that he will fail at?
We always fail. Fairness, justice, solidarity, opportunity for all.
That's 4, and the 5th one?
Decent human spirit.
Tony, I'm sorry to say, my man, but this looks very bad for Britain.
I am the pessimist about Britain.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Thank you very much for that.
One of the major issues during your reign, Tony, was the matter of the NHS, your National Health Service, and the waiting time for people to get in and actually see someone who could potentially die before they got to see a doctor. How do you think that has changed?
It's wonderful that maximum waiting times have come up
Waiting time's gone up.
from 18 months in 1997 to 18 decades.
What do you hope to achieve by this, Tony?
Life expectancy down, cardiac and cancer deaths up,
Other than that, what else would you like to see happen here?
that human beings live and die in misery.
But Tony, you've got family. What about your extended family that need to use the NHS? What about them?
People don't deserve getting benefits.
Well, then what do they deserve?
People do deserve to be scared to go out at night.
I believe one of the bills that you just passed now a week ago, before you leave, is one regarding asylum seekers. Please tell us about that policy.
For the first time in Britain, we will welcome the asylum seekers to this country. We will praise the asylum seekers.
Now, according to the tabloid newspaper The Sun, it says that since you left, you and Cherie Blair have been locked up in a hotel room doing, well, you know, to tell us about this marathon romp that you've had.
Began on the Friday, the 12th, broke for the weekend, continued the following Monday, paused again last Friday, and resumed again with the ominous announcement that the introduction was now over.
Wow, you go, boy. Tony, just on a lighter note, what are your 5 favorite holiday destinations?
In the madrasas of Pakistan, in the extreme forms of Wahhabi doctrine in Saudi Arabia, in the training camps of Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan, in the cauldron of Chechnya.
You were at Prince Charles's wedding. I saw you say something to him when he was at the altar. What was that you said?
Charles, my strong advice, don't go there.
Oh, and one last thing, Tony. What is your policy on defeating terrorism?
The only lasting way to defeat this terrorism, for them we offer not just the respect that they deserve, 4 weeks paid holidays from now on.
Tony, just on a final note, I know you're not a big fan of Gordon Brown, your likely successor. Who would you really like to see run England?
Chief Mangasutu Buthelezi, leader of Inkatha.
Tony, I'm afraid that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for joining us on The Rude Awakening here this morning.
Thank you very much for that.
Chief Mangasutu Buthelezi of Inkatha.
There you go. I bring the big stars to the show.